All right, I'm making a video. I don't know what we're gonna do in this country. The only reason I'm making this video because I'm not with my dogs and up in the mountains. It has been one hell of a day. And the reason why it's been one hell of a day, every one of my suppliers, every place I've been, everybody's got their head so far up their ass. And I'm just a kind person. You know, thank you for your time. I appreciate what you're doing. Not one response. Okay, so I'm not a crybaby. I'm just trying to figure out the temperature out here in the real world is getting hotter every day. Nobody wants to talk about it. Politics, bullshit. Everybody just go back to your little bubbles and let's not talk about the problem. And we are headed for some catastrophic outcome. And how we are not willing to just look at this and think, where are we headed? I mean, I'm waiting for a client, which is my favorite client, and my granite company to show up. You have more homeless people here and more people addicted to drugs. I mean, they're everywhere. I'm not even going to turn my phone because it would be just embarrassing just for the fact that they're there, and I'm not going to point out the fact that they're there. You know, they're struggling enough with their lives, let alone all the chaos that comes from it. But I'm trying to really reach out to the side that thinks Donald Trump is the way. The temperature in this country, if he loses, is going to come to a absolute outcome worse than January 6th. Because all of his followers believe that it will be taken from them because he has set it up for the last, 11 years? 10 years? That if he loses at anything, that it's rigged and they took it from him, so those people get so pissed off they'll take their guns and they'll take to the streets. If he wins, the mental health crisis in America, such as myself, will wonder, how did people that I love, how did my fellow Americans, how did people that I think have the same aspirations and dreams I do? They just want to be able to go to work, come home, love their family, have their friends in their lives that are good, positive friends, or not, and kind of live a life in America that is what makes this country so great. I mean, America was once upon a time a place where politically we didn't get involved because the system was working. Right or wrong, left or right, didn't matter. It was working for all of us. We went to work, and if you don't think it's working for you, then I bet you anything you are sitting with some income, or you have money invested in Wall Street, and so your 401k is looking better than it ever has over the last 5 years. Better than it ever has, ever. That's not something we can debate. That is a fact. I believe the Wall Street is the murderer and the killer of all things beautiful and planet Earth. I don't have any money there. But that's the way the world works. Capitalism. Dig it up, burn it up, put money in your pocket. So you can't say it's a financial thing that we need to get back into Trump back in the White House. I've thought a lot about this lately. A lot. Especially after days like today, but everybody's angry. We're in such a such a strange place. And so all you people that believe he's going to be the best thing for us, do you know that he just had a meeting with hedge fund and oil companies and billionaires, all the billionaires he could get into one room? And he told those billionaires, now these are the top CEOs making 20 million, 30 million, 100 million a year. He's said out loud that he will cut their corporate tax to 20% from 22%. Do you understand what that means? He's wanting to take $1 billion from billionaires so they can turn around and then raise their rates higher on us. Continue to completely screw us. I'm trying to figure out how we are not somehow understanding the catastrophic outcome of what's coming. He loves money. He loves billionaires. He doesn't like the middle class. So the only thing I can think of is it really does come down to religious Christianity and racism against blacks and racism against LGBTQ and anybody that's just not kind of white and going to church every Sunday and has their perfect wife that's raising their kids. I can't think of any other reason. Because if you're paying attention, he doesn't care about you. Like he said in Arizona, I don't care about you folks, I care about your vote. None of us would put up with something like this in our lives. Not one of us. And yet we're going to put this guy back in the White House. And the mental health crisis in this country is going to amplify times 5 where we're at right now. And it breaks my heart for all those people going to vote for him. And if you vote for him, chances of me wanting to be in your life on a regular basis, it's probably not going to be very high. Because they're going to take all my daughter's rights away. Her mental health, her physical health, her ability to be in charge of her own body will disappear. That's unforgivable for me. That's going back to the dark ages. So if you want to take my daughter back there, leave me alone. Don't talk to me. But bigger problems than that, America's sliding off of a cliff. We're allowing to put a man back into power that will force us off the cliff for his own outcome, for his own financial gain, to keep himself out of prison. He's demonizing people like me. He's demonizing me and saying I'm the worst of us because I don't agree with who he is. And I'm not going to go through the reasons why I don't agree with the problem that he is, because he is an evil, dark entity. If you can't see it, then you got to be holding on to that Christianity full of hate, and you don't want to deal with all the facts. Breaks my heart, America. I love this country. I love both sides, man. We are headed for something catastrophic, and I'm tired of going to work and dealing with everybody angry. And it's going to only get worse. How sad and tragic is that? All for one guy. Are you kidding me? All for one guy. Got out of this country, and we're so screwed. Peace.